It is 58 degrees and I am just leaving work on Friday, and I'm a little bit sick, but tomorrow I'm going to Florida.
I have never been to Florida before. In fact, here's a helpful map of the places I haven't been. You'll notice I've never left New England. I've spent almost my entire life north of Augusta, Maine. To put that in perspective, the interstate doesn't even have tolls north of Augusta because there isn't enough traffic. As I left town, I looked back to see that I was being sent off with my very own fireworks show. I couldn't decide if they were celebrating my trip or my absence. When I got to Bangor, I helped load up equipment for a short film I've been working on and turned over my keys to my friend Jamie.
Your face is very dark. How do I make it work? I can't see you. Oh, there you are. Whenever a car goes by, I can see you. Jamie has some experience with, kind of expanding his horizons. Because you grew up in a very small town up north, right?
Yeah, Fort Kent, Maine.
Yeah. So just tell me, because I'm going to be traveling the first time out of New England, and I know you've traveled. You've been around. You've probably gone. Have you been to Florida?
No, I haven't been past New York City.
You haven't been to New York City either?
No.
I didn't know that.
I've never flown on a plane.
Wait, so we're literally in the same boat?
We are the same person.
So, but you have a big move coming up.
Yes.
You do.
Driving cross country.
Jamie is moving to Los Angeles after 30 years of living in Maine. We talked about how people who never travel far from home often end up with very skewed ideas about the world and their place in it. There was a time when I thought I would be okay with not traveling. I used to even have a weird sense of pride when I told people I never traveled.
Because I feel like I haven't traveled much, but I don't know yet. I don't consider myself to be a well-rounded person, but I feel like things like the internet have really helped a lot because you can learn about things all over the world a lot easier than you could in the past.
The film ran into some problems the next day, but I couldn't stay to help because I had a date with Destiny. More accurately, the TSA.
That was very stressful. I'm glad that is over.
Overall, I determined that I am not very good at airports.
Other way. Maybe? Yes?
And despite very clear signage, I was forever uncertain of where I was supposed to be.
Airports are confusing.
At last, I found my gate, and then I found a rocking chair with a sun flare to wait for my flight to JFK. This was not going to be my first time on a plane. Growing up, I wanted to be a pilot, and my parents bought me a one-time flying lesson. It was magical when I left the ground that first time. I didn't quite feel the same rush when I left the ground this time, but I will never get tired of passing through the clouds. And while I no longer have plans to be a pilot, I have become something of an outer space enthusiast. Therefore, I spend a lot of time thinking about how small I am. The flight from JFK at 40,000 feet was the closest I have ever been to space. I looked out at the vastness of the sea below me and the sky around me, and all I could think was that though I was traveling further than I ever had before, I was still only making a short hop on a dot in the infinity of space. For some people, that thought is existentially troubling, but for me, at that moment, I never wanted to go back. Part of me wished the plane would just keep going up. The rest of me wished that the cabin pressure would stop wreaking havoc on my ears during the descent.
I can't hear out of my left ear. The pressure has messed me up. We're going to this tube thing. I don't even know what it is. It's a monorail.
Originally, this was going to be a solo trip, but luckily my sister Bailey found the time off work and was waiting for me. She had flown in from Vermont a few hours earlier.
Hello!
You can see both sides of our sibling adventure as we will both be uploading videos.